All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You're feeling that frequency and energy. You should most definitely join. The link right down in the video description is in the chat. Click that link. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. It's going down, family, Sunday, March 17th. I want you in the house. Don't you dare hesitate to click that link and be in front row and center for one of the most dynamic presentations of the year. We starting it off with that hot sauce. We talking about the Luciferian rituals of the Black Illuminati, Black Hollywood, and hip hop. You see, it's coming to pass on all these niggas. It's coming to pass, family, and we're gonna show you that you've been duped. You've been participating in rituals right over the TV. They have you while you're in the concerts, while you're in the sports entertainment, when you're sitting up there watching it. You are unwillingly, unknowingly participate in all type of demonic activity that you don't know about. So we want you in the house so you can witness this and prepare yourself for a hell of a year, family, because these demons is coming from up underground. They on top of the ground. Click the link. It's in the video description. It's in the chat. Going down Sunday, March 17th, 2 p.m. Be in the house area. And you already know, ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for you, family. I got something nice for you. Get over there, check out the catalog, get the discount, shop and save, save and shop. Everybody, pull the fire alarm. You already know. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 15. This shit right here. Oh, you got 900. We got over 1,500 videos on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, all the subjects that you know and love from General Sarasun Seti. Plus, we got the also monumental, instrumental, and supplemental research material of the Grandmaster teachers. You see, I give you an overview on all material, giving you 360 degrees of supreme African academic wisdom and knowledge that cannot be surpassed by any other website on the planet. I want you over there today, family. Become a member and gain access to all that valuable and electrifying information. Everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. That's right. BPC shocking the world. You understand what I'm saying? With a heavy presentation that cannot be duplicated by no other regime on the planet, family. I want you over there. We just popped off the ancient African navigators of the Nile, seas, and oceans. That's right. Only on Patreon, General Seti. We also popped off the Ark of Khufu, the oldest, most preserved ship on the planet. Tonight, we dropping down the ancient Egyptian temple of Dendera, African portal to eternity, and part 2, right here, the star map to heaven. We want you in the house, family. We want you in the house. We dropping heavy mental. And to all the family out there, donate to the General. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate. Link in the video description is in the chat. Click that link. I thank you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Now, this one was in there. We ain't letting up off of these niggas today. No, sir. Was Louis Farrakhan responsible for the assassination attempt of Khalid Abdul Muhammad? Yeah, that's a very serious question because too many times we allow Judases and shit. We give them all type of, praise and honor. You see what I'm saying? And here they sitting up here with, with marks of most scandalous and most devious, sins that any human on the planet can commit against their own people. You see? And the crazy shit about it is that this man is not only, his name comes up in the assassination of Malcolm X, but also the assassination tip of Khalid Abdul Muhammad. You see, also in the assassination tip, and see, I know a lot of you niggas, you gonna deny it. You see what I'm saying? You gonna deny it, but ain't no major attempt by you niggas to find out what the hell happened to such two great warriors. You don't care. You don't care. It was in your best interest that these two great leaders would pass on away from here, because they would have superseded anything that you was doing. So they were a threat to your organization's existence. So it was to your interest, that they pass from here. You see? And so since nobody speaks, and there's brothers and sisters out here that speak for the great teachers. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't loud enough. You see, it ain't loud enough. And so where these niggas, and I call them what they is, I don't understand why people try to take certain words out of the vocabulary that's so necessary. You see, you can't erase reality. You see, and so when we say nigga, people say don't say nigga. What the hell you think running out here in the streets? Huh? You see, nigga is a mentality. I don't give a goddamn what you try to do as far as let me take it out the vernacular. That don't mean shit. The mentality still exists. And then you can't even define it because you too busy trying to not deal with it. You rather, that's your way of trying to wash it away without dealing with it. The mentality is here. You see, is prevalent. It exists in every sector of the black society. And we talking about the NIGGER. We're not talking about the naga. We're not talking about the nigga, the naga, which is two totally different vernaculars. You see what I'm saying? And we got to straighten that up too. You see? And so, one thing I do know about this situation here, that Dr. Khalid was putting some fire on Farrakhan's ass. You see what I'm saying? And Khalid was dynamic. You see what I'm saying? He was dynamic, and it was evident that the community, was loving Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, and there's a jealousy. You see, there's a jealousy, especially if he surpassed you. You see, if his momentum becomes so prevalent that he surpassed you, and you're supposed to be godly ordained, but God, if you godly ordained, why is this brother more passionate? Why is he more straight to the point about the issues? Why is he more black than you, nigga? That's what I want to know. You see, and so when you got a great leader like a Malcolm X and a Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, you see what I'm saying? Who is, when I heard, listen, let me tell you something. That's just like Malcolm X. When I heard Malcolm X, I was like, I immediately left Farrakhan alone. You see what I'm saying? Because and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I used to listen to Farrakhan. Yes, I did. I would come home, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't a Muslim at all. I was never gonna become a Muslim. But because a lot of my family were black Muslims, I read the information. There was some good information there. The religious aspect of it, I discarded it. You understand what I'm saying? When it was just the black man is God, and and it stuck. When they stick to just strong what you call it, where it's just a phrase that and it's a powerful phrase that it speaks to our development. I'm all right with that. You see what I'm saying? But the so-called religious aspect and the programming into all that bullshit, I discarded that. You see what I'm saying? And so, I would come home and listen to Farrakhan. In early hip hop, Farrakhan's name was mentioned a lot. You see what I'm saying? With the brothers that was from the Islamic, Nation of Islamic persuasion. And so, you would listen to Farrakhan and he would have some good things to say. But but soon as I started to expand, and I went to listening to Malcolm, and the very first time I heard Malcolm X, I say, damn. You see what I'm saying? Farrakhan was, he was teaching, but he wasn't on the level. I could immediately understand that. Immediately. You see what I'm saying? Whereas Farrakhan was all, he was glorifying himself. And you can't find a damn speech where Malcolm X be glorifying himself. I ain't never heard a speech where Malcolm X glorified himself like that and said he was a prophet or anything. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't into that self-indulgence like Farrakhan was into, that he's some heavenly ordained nigga. Go somewhere and sit down with that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Malcolm was talking politics. He was talking community upliftment. You see, he was talking family development. That's all he was talking. He was talking about building bridges with our people all over the world. You see what I'm saying? He was in Africa trying to help our brothers and sisters that were rebelling against colonialism. He was extending his knowledge even overseas. Man, goddamn, Malcolm X was light years beyond Farrakhan. You see? And so I leave it there. I didn't take Malcolm whole package because we didn't develop. You see, we didn't develop. But I'm not going to negate as one who was politically, politically adept. You see what I'm saying? I have not heard many, if I've heard any, that was a politically astute as Malcolm X. I just haven't. You see what I'm saying? I just haven't. That Malcolm was the resurrection of Marcus Garvey. That's exactly what he was. And a lot of times when people talk about Malcolm, and they hear, and you could tell how adept he was, that he had that for a while. You see, because his father was a Garveyite. Don't nobody talk about that. They negate the fact that this man's father had an impression on him and his brothers. And his brothers was on a documentary, and they was talking about that. They say, one of his brothers say, when he heard Elijah Muhammad said the black man was God, he said nobody had to tell them that because they had already heard that. You know what I'm saying? Well, not particularly the black man is God, but that, the greatness of the black race. And, I give, Elijah that, he taught that the black man is God, but he left out the woman. He did do that. You see what I'm saying? He did do that. And so that was unbalanced. But Malcolm X family was already politically adept into black nationalism through his father, through Marcus Garvey. You see what I'm saying? So you could tell that seed had been in blossoming in Malcolm X for a long time. He was a master at that. So that came from his father. That did not come from no Elijah Muhammad. And that's why he was a threat, because most people could see what he was teaching. That's why when the leaders from in Africa was reaching across the water, they wasn't reaching their hands over here to no Farrakhan or no damn Elijah Muhammad. They was reaching their hands over here to Malcolm X. They was giving Malcolm X support. And in that, you could see he was building up a global dynamic. Nah, I'm not with the Islam. You see what I'm saying? And so, but nevertheless, the package that he had, you could take that package, separate it from the Islam, and you still got the best package on the planet. You see what I'm saying? On the planet. Now, me personally, you know what I'm saying? I have most definitely developed some things because, even though Malcolm was reaching his hands across the water, these niggas ain't ready right now for that. You see what I'm saying? So our development must be in ourselves right here in Black America. That don't mean we don't have love for our brothers and sisters in Africa, everybody need to get their shit together, independently. You understand what I'm saying? Because many times, like I say, you could get niggas into a lecture. It'll be a whole lot of niggas in there. And when you yell black power, you can get damn near everybody in there to yell black power, black power, black power. And it sounds like everybody in. But then as soon as they hit that goddamn door, they ready to do white power. You see what I'm saying? So the reality is, I don't give a fuck how many niggas you get together and yell all these great, chants of liberation. It don't mean shit if the individuals are not developed. You understand? To get ready to go to work. You got a bunch of niggas that can mouth black power, but in their hearts and mind and in they programming, they not ready for that. And so when we think about it just on a global level, we're not ready for that. Yes, it's still the best plan, no doubt about it. It's still best that when we get our shit together, that ultimately our people build this great global African supremacy where we can go anywhere in the African world and we should be treated as equals, as brothers and sisters, anywhere in the African world. That's the best goddamn plan. But it's not ready to work right now. You see what I'm saying? And so what we have to do is we have to take each house. You have to develop your house before you can develop somebody else's house, your brothers and sisters' house. You have to develop your house first. You see what I'm saying? And so as we lead bridges, we don't burn no bridges. We lead the bridges. Any of our, while we trying to get it together, families is still welcome to come and build and come on and see your family. We're not saying, but we don't want to, we don't want to rush ahead of ourselves because it's only going to lead to failure. You see, it's only going to lead to failure. So I don't entertain too much now on that, to that extent. I'm about developing. And when you hear me talk, any of our family out there in any part of the world, you should hear what I'm saying that this house should do, and you should do it in your house because it's only going to strengthen your house. And then when we come together, we are, you know what I'm saying? We know we ready to go to work. You see what I'm saying? Because the development is there. We are already, operating in our own community. So we ready for that. If we talk about global African supremacy, and the Arabs still own all the businesses in our community, the Asians still own all the business. We not ready, nigga. When you ready, you will see that you take over your community right here. You see what I'm saying? Right here in your own community, you should be ready to go to work. Hold on, y'all. That's right, family. So that's what we do. We take care of our own house first. You see, and that's my thing. You see, still the blueprint of Malcolm, still the blueprint of Khalid. Now, what I will say about Khalid, and because this is about Khalid, but it's also about Malcolm. You see, I see Khalid as the resurrection of Malcolm X. You see what I'm saying? I see Malcolm Khalid as a resurrection of Malcolm X. You see, cutting some of that Arab shit loose. You see, cutting that Arab, even though I still cannot deal with the Elijah. You see, I still can't deal with the Elijah, so there it is. You see what I'm saying? There it is. But as far as a general that gonna hit that ground, gonna get, you understand, fearless. You understand what I'm saying? One who will go to the front and, dynamic in his teachings, dynamic in his heart and being. Khalid Muhammad is superior. You see, he's superior in that aspect that, of most all leaders that we'd never had. You see what I'm saying? I literally put him at the top, even though I think Malcolm was the most astute politically. I still believe so, because we got some great prophets, man. You know what I'm saying? You need them all. It's not like I'm saying either or. No, I'm not at all. I got Malcolm here. I listen to Malcolm. I listen to Khalid. I listen to Dr. Ben. I listen to all the greats. They all are magnificent in their own being. You need them all. These are our avatars. You see what I'm saying? It's just certain things that we didn't develop in. You see what I'm saying? We're not going the way of Islam. Just ain't gonna do it. You see, ain't gonna do it. So, we need Malcolm, we need Khalid, we need without all that, that underbrush that we just can't work with. You see, and I believe that Khalid, because another thing, what I liked about Khalid is that Khalid did teach the Nile Valley. He was astute in the Nile Valley culture. That was another thing. You know what I'm saying? So he is like, man, he was the most gifted in that sense, in mastering the different African cultures and teaching it. You see what I'm saying? In a way that a lot of our teachers previous couldn't do it. You see what I'm saying? Now, we're not talking about Dr. Ben, Dr. John Henry Clark. We're talking about a general, the one that's getting out there on them streets and this, that, and the third, that's gonna reach the youth, gonna reach them soldiers. You see, Khalid was that. He's a real general, gonna reach them soldiers. I believe that Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark are the two most masterful educators that ever walked the goddamn planet. You see what I'm saying? In this day and time, I do not believe that there's another a duo of educators that can touch Dr. Ben. And when I say Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, that also include the other, you understand? But those are the two pinnacle teachers. You see what I'm saying? That manifested it in a way that no others could match it. You see what I'm saying? And I hear niggas out here that try to act like, that they could touch the teachings of the Grandmaster teachers. The Grandmaster teachers open the doors for these niggas to even know what the consciousness of the Nile Valley is in ancient African culture. And they got enough nerve to not talk against the master teachers. You see what I'm saying? This is, but those days, these niggas gonna fade. They gonna fade. You see what I'm saying? Because truth will always reign. You see, truth will always reign. And so now when we talk about Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad being, in his assassination attempt, we got to ask the question now, why all of a sudden? You see what I'm saying? Somebody would try to take Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad's life. You see, who was responsible for that? You see, they know he wasn't going to come in and bow down, just like Malcolm. Malcolm wasn't going to come back to the Nation of Islam. That shit was already beyond even, you understand, the possibility of ironing, what I call, what is it, the word I'm looking for? You see, that's bringing us the conflict. You see, there's no way they could have ironed the conflict. The conflict was going on even before Malcolm talked about JFK. You see what I'm saying? That just see each time, and you see it happens the same way that an organization that teaches that the white man is the devil, and both Malcolm and Khalid were supposedly silenced for talking about the devil. You see what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that? That's like God punishing the angel for striking down the goddamn devil. You see, that's like God punishing Gabriel and Michael and Uriel and all of the archangels and putting them on the sideline because they strike down a goddamn devil. Nigga, make that make sense, nigga. You know, with all the loss out here, all the black people out there bleeding on the battlefield, and they need one that could come and resurrect them. And here you got one great general that you only get that once in a lifetime. You ain't gonna get another one like that. You ain't gonna get another one like that. So even if you feel that maybe he did something that was, get him together, tighten him up, get him back out on the battlefield. You see what I'm saying? Get him together, get him back out there on the battlefield, because the many out here that have fallen, you see, you got to measure that in the scale. Time is not on our side. Time is not on even if you give a fuck about it. Time is not on our side. This man could do work. If he don't do it, it might take 2-3 goddamn generations after he's gone to try to catch up. We can't afford to not have a Malcolm or a Khalid. It's your ego. You don't care about the people, nigga. You care about your own self-indulgence. That's what you care about. You see, that's what you care about. And so this man is dynamic. He's speaking to the people. He's going to the battlefield. You see what I'm saying? He's going where no other one can go and do things that no other minister or no other teacher could do. You see? And so the thing that keep fucking me up is that both Malcolm supposedly was shut down because he said something about JFK, and Khalid was supposedly silenced because he said something about the Jew. And here I see they still, years later, after he signed, they were still kicking his ass. They banned his ass off of Facebook. They banned him off of certain platforms. They still was on his ass. Even after all the ass kissing that he did, they were still punishing his ass. They were still writing editorial, blasting his ass, even damn near 15 years after Khalid had left here. You see, about 10 to 15 years after Khalid had left here, they still on his ass, even right now today. So why would you embarrass and silence a great teacher and prophet like that, and you still getting your ass punished? Talking about, I would never, and he was still speaking ill of the Jew. You see what I'm saying? Even after the goddamn fact. You was a hypocrite, Louis Farrakhan. You was a hypocrite, nigga. And I don't give a goddamn who don't like it. You see? Sitting up in there with all them Cro-Magnon Neanderthals. You understand what I'm saying? Sons marrying all them the devil. The devil. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You the devil, nigga. You the devil. That's right. I speak for my teachers, who I love. Them niggas speak for you, let them speak for you. I speak for my teachers, Dr. Ben, Dr. John Henry Clark, Marcus Garvey, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, Malcolm X, all the great ones that came, and all the other beloved teachers. You understand? That's connected to the African consciousness movement. You understand what I'm saying? Love them all. You understand what I'm saying? All prophets and minor prophets. You see, in the masculine and feminine energy, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. My tongue is tied. You see, Francis Cress Welsing, all the great masculine and feminine. We love that come up out of this mighty culture, this movement of African consciousness. So was Louis Farrakhan responsible? Sure looked like it. What you did to Malcolm X and what you said about Malcolm, you know what? I want to say this. And even the fact that he came after Khalid had passed. And I saw the speech where he tried to, he said some foul shit. Tried to say that Khalid had been hurt in his early life and that he was in pain, and he put on a facade of being hard, and that up under there he was really soft. And Yeah, he almost tried to make him sound feminine. I say, man, how low can you be, nigga? You were so low. You were so low. You were so low to go in there, even if that's that man, which I do not believe, but as a confidant, a close confidant, why the fuck would you even if it was true, why would you even go into his life like that? You never said it while he was alive. You never said it while he was alive, because he would have ate your ass up. So you wait till after he passed to say some inflammatory bullshit like that. And even I believe that other motherfucker that put some shit out on Malcolm X, trying to make Malcolm seem, I say, oh, whatever that motherfucker that wrote the book and his ass passed, I hope the ancestors had struck his ass down for writing that bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, for writing that bullshit. Yeah. So I ain't letting it go. Nah, we ain't letting it go. Yeah, we ain't letting it go. We gonna continue to teach the truth. People say it's been, fuck you. There's not been justice served. There's been no justice served. There's been no justice served. We want, when it'll be peace when justice is served. Till then, ain't gonna be no goddamn peace. Don't be looking for none. That's what you niggas want. Y'all don't want justice. Y'all just want niggas to be quiet about some bullshit. So family, we just getting started tonight. I want y'all to hit some of them links. I want y'all to support the general. You see what I'm saying? I want y'all to be in the house March 17th. We talking about them Luciferian rituals of the Black Illuminati. Hit that link, be in the house. We'll be right black. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.